just for good vibes, let us play the national anthem. I'm getting emotional. Wow. It's really that time of the year. It is.
It's not that I want you here. Yeah. It's not the way you step into my eyes.
Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. I cannot believe it is that time of the year again. Let's go. As you can see, I'm in a very good mood because we actually did these reviews last year, and if you're new here, welcome. If you're old here, welcome back. Okay, honestly, last year was the definition of good vibes. Not only being able to dissect the, can you imagine, we're actually dissecting Love Island reviews anyway, not only being able to dissect the Love Island reviews, but also like speaking amongst one another, building a community of people that actually wanted to see reviews. And yeah, it was amazing. It was very challenging, I won't lie. A video every single day for 6+ weeks is not for the faint-hearted, but we're going again this year, so I want to give a huge shout out to everyone who sent me a message to ask if we're going to do it. Of course we're doing it this year. It's a must. I feel like Love Island is the time where everyone really comes together. We really come together and we speak about important matters, all right? And I just want to let everyone know that yes, we are all entitled to our own views. There was a lot of love last year, but also a lot of hate, and it's okay. We're different people. We're going to see things differently. We're going to interpret things differently, and that is literally the whole point of these reviews anyway. Before we do get into the reviews, number one, if you have not yet subscribed, what exactly are you waiting for? Last year we had an extra, I believe, 350,000 new viewers. Guys, let's subscribe, okay? If I can do YouTube full time, I would, but I need the support, okay? So please subscribe if you haven't already, and please feel free to follow me on my Instagram at SarahDestinyX. But without further ado, let's get into Love Island 2022. That wasn't supposed to rhyme, but it did, and I like that. But yeah, please get cozy and comfortable with your hot Ribena and your snacks. Mine is right there. Get cozy and comfy, and I really hope you enjoyed the rest of this video. Okie dokie, so in today's video, I actually want us to have like a first impressions of the cast slash, you know, the new members for Love Island 2022. Number one, because I feel like episode 1 doesn't necessarily hold too much substance. I feel like we need to combine with episode 2 to kind of get a further gist of the type of contestants and the things that they are going to bring to this season. I sound so serious, can you imagine? We're actually only speaking about Love Island, but I think it'll be really good just so that we can kind of see if we're, you know, if we have the same impressions of these new cast members. And yeah, I think it'll be really good to see if you think what I think, or you have the same vibe that I get from these people as well. Yeah. First things first is I actually want to big up Love Island because I actually like the cast this year, and this sounds really weird, right? But I do feel like this year's cast, from what you've already seen with the introductions, they come across as being normal people, and that's not to say that people in previous episodes haven't been normal, because of course they're normal, but they have like normal jobs. It doesn't seem like any of them are coming across as being influencer thirsty, or they really want to be about that life. So I do definitely want to big up Love Island when it came to this year's casting crew. I do feel like the new contestants are quite likable, and I think the season does have a lot of potential from what I've seen already. Yeah. Firstly, I want to start off with Paige, who is a Welsh paramedic. Let's big her up because she's a key worker, okay? NHS, we definitely stand. I think she seems really sweet and she seems really lovely. I think she definitely has a good energy slash good aura about her. I don't know, I really like Paige. I know she didn't really say much in her 2 minutes, but even with the little description that she did give to us, she comes across as being quite a sweet girl. So I'm really looking forward to her being in the villa and also seeing if she's able to find some love on Love Island. Next, we're going to move on to Dami Lola. Yeah. But he is a microbiologist, and first things first is I wrote down that he is extremely confident, okay? And that is something that you find very, very, very common when it comes to Yoruba guys. In case you don't know, I'm Nigerian, and Yoruba guys are just naturally like, they just ooze confidence. There's something about them, just you know, like they know that they've arrived. But one thing I do really like about Dami is that he comes across as being quite chilled. Although you can tell he's quite confident in his looks and in his sauce, he's chilled about it, and I don't necessarily feel like it comes across as being cocky. If I am going to say one thing, is I want him to cause chaos in that villa, and I think he also has the potential to cause a lot of chaos and problems in that villa as well. And not necessarily, sorry, saying that we like problems, but you know, that gives us the je ne sais quoi to keep us watching the show. So yeah, I think Dami has a lot of potential in that villa, and I do think he's gonna cause a bit of, yeah. Moving on to Indiyah. I know, that's right. Let's move on to our good sis Indiyah. And last year, someone actually had an issue with the way that I was literally riding for Kaz in every single situation. And first things first, let's state the obvious. In case you don't know, I am a woman of colour, and I think it's very important to support women of colour in these type of shows, because we all know what happens to women of colour in these shows. And I don't have a problem with rooting for anyone black, so I'm definitely rooting for Indiyah. She is a hotel waitress, and she did mention that she's a little bit of a player, but she uses guys for different things. She actually uses guys for different things. So I think she has a guy that she can take out, that can take her out for dates, but she also has a guy that she feels like is good for conversation. But she is willing to take it down for the special someone. So she's definitely willing to tone things down and settle down for someone special. I hope she finds someone there. I really like her vibe. I think she comes across as being quite chilled, a girl's girl, very pretty as well. And like I said, I am rooting for her because, yeah, she's our good sis, guys. We need to support our sisters because these shows try to tear them down, but no more, okay? No more. So moving on to the next guy in the villa, Ikenna, which makes Nigerians in that villa ×2. Yes! I have to stand. I have to stand, because if there's one thing that many people say is that Nigerians are everywhere, and yeah, we really are. So Ikenna is a pharmaceutical sales specialist. I wasn't too... Okay, how can I say this in a nice way? Ikenna reminds me a lot of Aaron. Do you remember Aaron from last season? I'm sure you remember Aaron from last season. He gives me Aaron part 2. That's definitely the vibe that I get from him. Even in the video that he had, he was like, oh, you know, he loves girls with big buns and big bums, and even just the way he was saying it, it let me know that he's definitely into a certain type of girl. I'm saying a lot about saying a lot, and it's okay if he is. That's what I'm like, it's really okay if he is, but if you've clocked onto what I'm trying to say, yeah, you've clocked onto what I'm trying to say. But there was one thing that he said that was the biggest ick and ill. I know a lot of people picked up on it, especially on Twitter as well. He said on a night out, he's kissed around 15 to 20 girls. COVID is definitely still out here. You work in the pharmaceutical industry. Hello. You should know this, okay? COVID is definitely out here. And number 2, who wants to be with someone who's kissing 15 to 20 girls in one night? That is a huge ick. So yeah, personally, that comment there, I just said, God. I know some people don't brush their teeth. Some people don't actually brush their teeth, and you're just transferring saliva like that to different girls. Ew, Ikenna didn't give. On top of that as well, he was comparing females to cars. He was speaking about, you know, you've got the Lamborghinis and the Bentleys, and you've got the Fords and the Corsas. A woman should never be compared to an object. So yeah, so far I'm giving Ikenna a huge side eye. I know I am definitely rooting for, you know, our people, but yeah, he's given Aaron. He's literally given Aaron part 2. Next, moving on to Liam. Liam is a Welsh student, so he's also from Wales, just like Paige is, and Paige was the paramedic that we spoke about in the beginning. Oh, look at me already knowing the names. No, that's right. Anyway, I thought that Liam was quite cute. He is a postgrad, of course, but he definitely gives me like freshers vibe, quite freshery, if that makes sense. But he seems like a really cute guy, quite bubbly as well. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him in the villa. He's quite young as well. I believe he's 22, but he's not the youngest anyway on the show. But yeah, Liam is, yeah. So next we're going to move on to Tasha, and Tasha is a dancing queen and a model. I think she seems absolutely lovely. Like, out of all of the videos that we did see of the different contestants for this season, I think she seems like an absolute sweetheart. She did say as well that she's the type of girl that, you know, you can, you know, when you go out as a girl and you go to the toilet and like there's just a group of girls there, and they're just some people are drunk, some people are sober, but they're just complimenting one another. And she said like she's the type to see someone in a dress and be like, oh my gosh, I love your dress, where'd you get it from? Just that type of vibe. So I do definitely like Tasha's vibe. I think she defo is one of the sweetest. On top of that, she has actually helped make history in Love Island, because she's actually the first deaf contestant that Love Island have ever had. So I think that's really lovely as well, because not only is it showing that Love Island are, you know, trying to include other people as well, but it's also showing how much they are taking such a big step in terms of being inclusive and being diverse with the contestants and giving everyone a chance. And yeah, it's amazing. I think Tasha is definitely good vibes. I really hope she does find love in the villa, but she seems very lovely and I'm rooting for her. Moving on swiftly to Davide, the Italian stallion. Okay, I have a few words. yeah. As much as I do think he is quite good looking, and he did say like people do call him the Italian Stallion or they call him Greek Gog. He definitely does give like Hercules type of vibes. I just hope he has personality. And I know that sounds really weird because I guess everyone has a personality, but I feel like he comes across as being the type that he will make being Italian his personality. Like every second in the video is reminding us that he's Italian, he's Italian, he's Italian, which is beautiful, you know, be proud of your culture. Me too. Oh my Niger, I love being Nigerian. But I just hope that he doesn't allow his culture to become his personality, where we don't actually get to find out about him, we just hear about Italy. Does that make sense? So yeah, I know it's early days and everything, right? I definitely know it's early days, but I'm just hoping he gives us a bit more. I'm hoping. Mr. Davide. Yeah. Moving on to Gemma. Gemma is an international dressage rider. She's 19, and when she said her age, I was like, whoa. I definitely thought she looked older. If she told me she was maybe like 23, 24, I definitely would believe her, but she is 19. She did say her dad is a professional football player. I didn't actually research to find out who he is, but she doesn't like to speak about him because she kind of wants to create a name for herself, and I definitely do respect that. She spoke about her icks, and I actually quite like that, only because once a girl has an ick, she can't come back. I'm speaking to guys on behalf of girls. Icks are just not it. Like if you give a girl an ick, just start clearing out, quick, start clearing out, because she's not going to be interested, and everything and anything you do is going to irritate her. Sorry. So moving on to the last guy, and that is Andrew, and he's an international real estate agent. He's also 27, the same age as Davide, so they're both the oldest in the villa, and he actually works in Dubai where the money resides, baby, where the money resides. He made a very interesting comment in his video that made me feel a bit but I did realize that in terms of all the videos with the guys, whenever they were speaking about if they are faithful to their partners or stuff, they were just like, oh, often or sometimes or possibly, and he kind of made a joke of that as well. And I don't know why cheating is being glorified, because cheating is bottom barrel and the definition of trash. So yeah, we'll see how he gets on in the villa. Oh, sorry, I said Andrew was the last guy, but it's actually Luca. So Luca is a fishmonger, and he reminds me a lot of Jack Fincham. Do you remember Jack from the Danny and Jack season? I think it's because of the veneers. You know when people have veneers and it just gives me very like Essex, white, you know, perfect teeth type of vibe. So he definitely reminds me of Jack from that season, but he actually does seem quite nice. I do think his tap placements are quite interesting, but that's okay. That's just my personal preference. Yeah, it just came across to me just being like a bit random. Like they were just like, I think 1995 on his belly, one here, one here, one here. Just all seems like a bit random, but he does seem like a nice guy. So it'll be very interesting to see if he does find love in the villa. And last but not least, let's move on to Amber. Another beauty. And yes, we stand. Amber is a full-time nanny, and she's also a Londoner. I may be a bit biased because I am a Londoner myself, even though I don't live in London. But I think she seems like she's really cool vibes. She's only 24. I did think she was a bit older, maybe like 25, 26. But she seems really cool, really nice, relaxed vibe. I also think she seems quite level-headed as well. Also quite certain in the things that she wants and the things that she expects in a relationship or while she's dating. But yeah, I really liked her. I think she's beautiful as well. Level-headed, good vibes. And she's from London. I mean, yeah. So guys, those are our contestants for 2022 Love Island. I really love to hear your, not hear, sorry, because I can't hear your comments. I can read them though. I really love to read your comments down below to see if you had the same kind of impressions that I had from the contestants for this year. Like I did say, I think Love Island nailed it when it came to the casting, and I do have to give them their props, because a lot of people have complained, especially from last season and the season before, that it just came across that people that wanted to come with the show were just people that were in some way just money hungry or fame hungry, or they really wanted that influencer lifestyle. And I think the people on this season actually come across as just being normal people. Like literally any of us can be on Love Island. Literally any of us could actually be on Love Island. I repeated that because I'm thinking out loud, but yeah. Anyway, I do think this year's contestants seem quite strong. I am quite looking forward to it, especially of course we know Castlemore always comes to rattle things up, but I do think Love Island is just a good time for everyone to kind of get together, 9 PM, tuning in, having chit chat and all that good stuff, which is why we are 100% going to be doing our reviews this year. So I'd really love it if not only you could subscribe and also follow me on my IG, but just interact. All right, let's get the buzz going, you know what I mean? And once again, like I did say, it is okay for us to have different opinions and different views of Love Island. We're different people and we're going to interpret things differently anyway. So if there is any sign of hate, you're just going to get blocked like last time. Just have to let you know. Any sign of hate, we're just going to have to let it go. Rudeness, ignorance, all of that, yeah, no. Just good vibes to share, guys. Good vibes. I'm gonna close this video now. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. If you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe. And if you haven't yet followed me on my IG, please be sure to follow me at SarahDestinyX. And thank you guys so much for watching. Here is to the next couple of weeks of reviews. Please do take care, and I'll see you in my next one.
It's not that